Create and code. How to speed up the development of your application with managed services. In this video, we will explain what managed services are and how they help you build applications much faster. Managed services can be considered components in their own right. They, however, distinguish themselves from the components that you can create directly yourself in CodeNow by the following characteristics. They implement functionalities that are common to a large set of applications. They are packaged to be reused in a large series of contexts as a part of larger application. In other words, you are likely to need them, and they can be configured, integrated, and deployed easily. By reusing carefully created and integrated components, you increase your development velocity. Your application is, for instance, likely to require some form of data persistence. CodeNow thus proposes several databases to pick from. Similarly, non-trivial applications generally need a way to check user identity and login. Concretely, you will find the following ready-to-deploy managed services: relational database, Postgres, MariaDB; distributed database, CockroachDB; in-memory database, Redis; cloud storage, MinIO; fault-tolerant distributed event streaming, Kafka; message broker, RabbitMQ; identity and access management, Keycloak. CodeNow is continuously adding managed services as needs arise, favoring systematically battle-tested open-source technologies. How can you create a managed service with CodeNow? To create a new managed service, you will need to access the Managed Service screen. In that screen, you will see the current list of managed services that CodeNow lets you add to your application, together with their version. Let's, for instance, add a Postgres database to your application. After clicking the Add button, you may then specify the name and the description of the instance of your managed service, the target environment for the instance, and some configuration data, size of the storage, dedicated memory, and more. And click Confirm. The managed service creation may take a few seconds, during which CodeNow creates all the necessary boilerplate you need to use the new managed service in your application. When it is done, you have access to the administration panel and the connection properties of your newly created service. The admin panel requires that you enter the username and password that CodeNow has automatically created for you. The admin panel lets you access and further administer your managed service if needed. In the case of Postgres, the admin panel is pgadmin, a leading open-source administration and development platform for PostgreSQL. In the panel, you can, for instance, insert or remove data from your database, or configure access rights. The configuration details that you should enter to create a managed service and the boilerplate that CodeNow will automate for you will vary according to the specifics of the service. However, CodeNow will always strive to make the process simple, fast, with only a limited number of configuration parameters to enter. As a matter of fact, we just created a Postgres database running on the cloud with a few clicks in a few seconds. The connection string, also available in the Managed Service Detail screen, can be used by your code to connect to the managed service. Let's go back to the Managed Service screen. Once you have created your managed service, you can view the health status of the service. It is constantly updated, so you immediately know at a glance when your service needs troubleshooting. You also have access to real-time important information about your service through a live monitoring application. If you are interested in the technical details, we integrated the popular open-source Grafana tool to provide you with analytics and a real-time interactive visualization of your service activity. This integration is, however, completely transparent to you. You do not need to learn Grafana. As importantly, you do not need to spend time configuring anything to monitor your managed service. We explained in this video how managed services speed up the development of your applications by letting you reuse ready-to-deploy components that are likely parts of any non-trivial application. With minimal configuration and a few clicks, you can, for instance, have a database ready to be used in your application. CodeNow will prepare all the boilerplate necessary to create your managed service and provide you with all the information you need to use the managed service in your code and administer it through a dedicated interactive panel. If there is a service that you do not find in our list, let us know. Contact our support team. We will research how to make it available so it is as simple to use, configure, and administer as the existing managed services.